friends, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Ali and I am the founder of Aquarian Soul, the original crystal-infused apothecary and author of Plant Magic for the Beginner Witch and Herbs and Crystals DIY. My channel is all about herbs, crystals, and plant magic. Today, I will be showing you how to make passion flower oil. I've been feeling very inspired with all the passion flowers I have growing here in my medicinal herb garden. They are in full bloom right now and I get dozens and dozens every day. I like to dry both the leaves and the flowers for spell work I will do throughout the year, but in this recipe I will only be using the flowers. Passion flower oil is made to add passion into a relationship. It contains herbs, roots, and flowers that ignite that spark between you and your partner. It can be worn as an alluring perfume to get the energy flowing between you or your partner, or to attract that fiery excitement from someone that you have your eye on. This is definitely more of a lust-based oil, not so much a romantic, love type of oil, but I also have some other love oils if you're looking for that kind of attraction recipe. You can even combine them if you want to add a little kick to your love spells. So if you want to learn how to make this passion flower oil, let's get started. The first thing you're going to need is a small glass jar of your choosing, and I found this cute heart-shaped jar which I thought would be perfect. And you're also going to need a red candle, and red is symbolic of passion, energy, physical desire, intensity, excitement. And the first herbal ingredient that you're going to need is ginger root. Ginger is a hot herb, it's fast acting, it gets things moving quickly, especially in these types of love spells. Ginger is usually used in more passionate, lust-based spells, but it's also said to give you personally a lot of energy, so this will give your spells a lot of success. Damiana is a well-known herbal aphrodisiac that can also be used in magical workings for the same sensual, amorous properties. Damiana is almost always used in lust spells, so of course it's ruled by fire and the planet Mars. This is one of the key ingredients in this recipe, and I always like to say that you can omit something if you can't find it, but besides the passion flower, this is a real important ingredient in this recipe. Hibiscus is another lust-inducing herb. It is said that in ancient Egypt, a tea of hibiscus flower was drunk for its lust-inducing powers. Hibiscus is ruled by Venus, the planet of love and desire. You can use either the dried form or this powdered form you see here. I like to add a little bit of the powder because it turns the oil this really pretty purple-pink color, but you don't have to do that. But also if you have the actual hibiscus flowers growing near you, you can add those, especially if you have a pink or red variety. Vanilla is another ingredient that I like to use in love workings. Vanilla is not only used for passion and love, but it is also very good for tranquility and reducing stress and anxiety. Vanilla is also ruled by Venus, so naturally this makes for a great addition to this love-based oil. And I like to use vanilla bean. You don't need to use a whole bean because I know they can be pretty expensive. You can substitute vanilla bean paste or vanilla bean extract if you like. Cinnamon is another key ingredient in this recipe. Cinnamon is great for love, lust, success, and power. So not only does it add that spicy kick in the love department, but it also adds a boost of power to add speed and energy for any successful spell work that you add cinnamon to. Dragon's blood acts much in the same way that cinnamon does. It is a very potent magical ingredient. It adds power and speed to any spell you add it to. It is also highly protective, so if you're looking to hold on to and secure your current relationship, it's a great addition to this oil. And if you made the dragon's blood oil from a few videos back, you can also add that in place of your regular old dragon's blood resin. Cardamom is a classic ingredient for passion workings. Cardamom is also ruled by Venus, if you notice a pattern going on here with all the herbs that we've used so far. It's traditionally added to wine to entice lust and passion from your partner. You can use the whole pods like I'm using here, or if you can find just the seeds, you can use those as well. I felt really drawn to add pink peppercorns to this oil, and typically peppercorns are used for protection or banishing, but pink peppercorns actually work for drawing in love and passion, and they actually come from a pepper tree that is an invasive species here in Southern California, and the branches and leaves are used for limpias and brujeria and curandismo, and are known as pirul. And of course we have the requisite rose petals. As with any love spell, you can use red or pink, any color that you have really, but red is mostly used for love, passion, sex, anything having to do with passion. So if you have red, that works perfectly for this recipe. Passion flowers, the inspiration and the star of this oil, of course, are used for passion, lust, love, etc. But passion flower is also known for reducing anxiety, removing cyclical thought patterns. So if you want to remove any type of negative energy that's been surrounding your relationship, it's great for that. And lastly, you're going to add some garnet. And garnet's always associated with the root chakra near the genitals. It's very rooting, grounding, lusty, powerful type of energy. You're going to start off by cleansing your bottle, your entire space, with some incense. You can use dragon's blood, rose petal, jasmine, anything that's really earthy and sexual and passionate. Any type of love-based incense like these would be great. You can also burn these on a charcoal disc, whatever floats your boat. Now that your bottle and your space are nice and clean of all energies, you're going to want to charge and enchant each ingredient as you add it into the bottle. And whatever this means to you, you can draw a pentagram over your ingredients. You can ask the herbs to work for you for bringing in passion and lust and love, or you can just simply place your hands over them or use a bell. Whatever method you like to use when you charge your ingredients, you can even visualize your partner and you together as you're adding in each ingredient and just keeping in mind the significance of every herb that you're adding and what each one means, and asking that the oil bring you this specific energy. Feel free to grind up your ingredients in a mortar and pestle or however you like to powder your herbs. I like to add them in whole just because I like the way they look floating in the bottle, and I think the energy is added in either way, but some people feel that if you grind the herbs, that just gives you more time to enchant them. I think that also, but for this recipe, I just honestly wanted the whole passion flowers because I think they look so beautiful in the bottle. As I'm adding these to the bottle, I also just wanted to make a quick mention about the pink peppercorns. As I mentioned, I added these intuitively, so if there's any ingredient that you think would work well for this, or is an herb or some kind of root or flower that reminds you of your partner or your crush or whoever you're using this on, or maybe you even have an old bouquet that you dried, maybe from your wedding day or from a date that you went on with your partner, something like that. That would be even more meaningful to add a couple of rose petals from that bouquet or whatever flowers you like. And also for the pink peppercorns, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because sometimes you really have to look beyond the traditional meanings, meaning whatever a book might say or the internet, which is why I always recommend you use your intuition when you're adding ingredients to spells or oils or whatever you're doing, because there can be multiple meanings to something. For example, the Peruvian pink pepper tree is a very invasive species here in Southern California. So if you think of the invasive nature of it, you can think of it as like a pervasive, constant, unyielding passion and desire that you want your partner to have for you. So you can think of it that way. Or also, pink peppercorn in Spanish is known as pirul, and it's used for limpias, cleansings. They use the branches and the leaves to sort of cleanse your body of any negativity. So you can also think of those properties as in removing any negativity from your relationship that might be there, or any blockages that might be there that are preventing that passion from forming in your relationship. So you really have to think about it. Anyway, as you can see, I already added in the oil, and I forgot to mention this was a sweet almond oil, which is really good for romance and love. I typically like to use sunflower oil, but for love things specifically, I try and use sweet almond. And lastly, to just further charge your oil, I personally like to use candles. You don't have to do this, but I charge everything, powders, oils, most spell work that I do. So just let the candle burn either on top of the bottle or next to it until it's fully burned, and then I would let this oil sit for one full moon cycle and it's ready to use. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!